There's no other Black financial therapy department ever created in the history of this country. And we created the Black financial therapy department because I wanted my wife, who's a PhD level therapist, to work with the Black therapists, best Black therapists in this country, to get to the bottom of our psychological and mental health issues that are breaking up our families and destroying our wealth. If you do not have the right mindset, it is very difficult to build wealth because building wealth requires stability. Let me say that again. Building wealth requires stability. You got to have a stable mindset to build wealth. You have to have stable families to build wealth. You have to have stable investing decisions to build wealth. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to build or protect your wealth if you are living just in the midst of complete chaos and instability. And if you study what things like trauma do to your brain and everything else in your relationships, it creates thunderstorms and chaos constantly. Not only is there chaos in your life, in your relationships, and in your finances, and in your physical and mental health, but there's also this chaos. The chaos is really to some extent starting because of what's inside of you. Like when I saw all those people fight in that big massive fight at Spirit Airlines on their way to a Carnival cruise. It was us, right? They were young and stuff, right? But it may be in their 20s, but it was like 40 people like in a fist fight at a Spirit Airlines, like on their way to a Carnival cruise. And what I saw when I saw that was I just saw chaos. I saw people that were exhibiting chaos, but the outward manifestation of that behavior to me was nothing more than a reflection of what's going on internally. They're young and they're Black and they're stressed and they're mad and they're in this like fight or flight mode constantly. High cortisol levels, high cortisol levels. That's what makes you fight or flight. That kills you, by the way. That's what causes you to die early, right? So finding your peace and the therapy and all that stuff is critical, not just because it makes you feel better, but because you will find that your wealth will do much better. If you ever do business with people, you want to do business with stable people. I'll give you a real life example of something that happened in terms of business that reflects this very basic idea. I went to an event in Philadelphia, and I was there with a bunch of other very intelligent, stable Black men who are businessmen. Everybody there was well, Larry Miller, who ran the whole Air Jordan brand for Michael Jordan, was there. That was one of the people that was there. He's doing billion-dollar deals, and his friends were there from other companies, Nike and other places. I can't say all their names, but I could tell these guys were serious about their business. So then this rapper comes up and he was kind of famous. So I guess he thought that made him important. And he just comes in and he's like, Igga this and Igga that and that ucka and da da blah blah and these nigga, just really and just really loud and obnoxious and because being loud and obnoxious is how he became famous. And all of us, and I looked around at all the other men that were around me, and everybody just kind of looked at each other almost like, okay, we're all men sitting here talking, and this guy's just a little boy. And nobody cared how famous he is. If I said his name, you know exactly who I'm talking about because he's very famous. And nobody gave a damn. Everybody was like, could you please get this clown out of here? Because nobody's thinking, oh, we're gonna do business with this guy. This guy's, oh, he's famous. We want to be no, no. Everyone's like, no, guys like him, they blow up business deals. They mess things up because the chaos is not how you build.